So, I haven't really done a video in a while, and I guess it's about time that I made a video due to the things that are going on right now. Um, but it's kind of difficult for me to talk about this because I really don't understand. I don't know what it is, and you'll see that, you know, it's kind of out there and crazy. Um, but I'm gonna try my best to explain it the best way that I know because I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what it means. I just know that it's happening. Um, Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it's all just one big coincidence. Um, but let me give you some backstory. Um, I've been dealing with this for probably about 10 years. At least that's what I remember. I remember everything, a lot of things, especially with stuff like this. You're gonna remember. Um, but the first time it happened was in 2012, and it was the movie theater shooting. Um, Joker guy, purple hair, whatever, crazy looking guy. It was right before that. That was the first one. But before, I don't know exactly how many days. It could have been 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. But right before, right before the shooting, um, I get real bad anxiety. I can feel it. I feel, anxiety. At least that's what I call it. I call it anxiety. It might not be that, but to basically what it is, from my point of view and what I got going on, is it feels like it's the center of my chest. Center of my chest is vibrating, and it vibrates out into my body, and I get real irritable, and I have to move. And there's several things that I do um, when it happens, when I feel it. Um, Sometimes I'll rub my fingers together like this. I'll move my hands. I'll move my one hand, and you know, and it kind of gets intense sometimes. Just depends on, just depends. Because like I said, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what it means. I don't know. I just know it happens before a mass shooting. Doesn't happen all the time, um, but sometimes. And I remember, like I said, the movie theater shooting. That was the first one that I really recall. But then there could have been some more after that. But like I said, it's not something you really want to, you know, remember. But I do recall um, Sandy Hook, Las Vegas shooting, the Pulse nightclub shooting, Dylan Ralph. Um, those are the ones I really kind of stick out in my mind. There may have been more, but like I said, they stick out more in my mind. And recently, um, last week in Buffalo, the Buffalo shooting, and today there was a shooting in Texas, a mass shooting in Texas. 14 children, one teacher, and I think the shooter died. Um, and it was last Saturday, I hadn't felt that feeling in about 3 years before COVID started and all that. I don't even remember the last time um, I had felt it, but I hadn't, felt it. I haven't felt that feeling or anything. And all of a sudden, last Saturday, came back from lunch and it started. And Usually, just depends. It lasts I 10, 15, 20 minutes. And the way it feels like somebody turns on a switch. They turn the switch on, and I just get that feeling, and I just got to move around. I got to keep moving. I got to, it's like my whole body, my whole insides are shaking, and then it just kind of disappears. It goes away. Um, and then usually after, it's kind of like a hangover. I get that, I'll have that feeling the rest of the day, and I won't, well, the buffalo one was weird because that's the first time I ever had that feeling, and then it happened the same day. It was like 3 hours later, and it was, like I said, I hadn't felt it in about 3 years, um, and then all of a sudden I feel it, and then it happens like that, the same day, and then I felt that same feeling this past Thursday. I felt it, lasted about 10 minutes, went away, and there were a few, I guess because when it happens, when shootings happen, it's one or two people, but I feel like if it's more than that, like the amount of people, that's why I get the feeling, and I always know when it is, or which one it is. That makes sense. Um, like it's just that feeling you get in your stomach. It's like, well, that's it. There it is, right there. Um, and usually I wake up in the morning before it. Sometimes it's like it's off. Things are off. Like I can feel it. Like not so much the shooting, but I can feel myself like there's something in the matrix. There's something going on in um, the aether, the matrix, or whatever, and I can feel it. Like my heart, which I know it's a medical problem. It could be a medical problem, but I already know that. But sometimes my heart jumps um, during that, um, during the day, that whole day. Like I'll feel it, and then the rest of the day, and once I go to sleep, everything's better. And I usually forget about it until it happens, and then I'm like, well, damn, there it is. Um, I don't know what it means. I don't understand it. I just know that it happens sometimes, and it's hard to talk about because it's crazy. Like I know it's crazy. It sounds crazy. Like I don't think I'm crazy. I might be crazy. I don't know. Um, but you look around, and you look for it, and like you look for other people, and I've tried to talk to people, and and they're talking, they're saying, well, you have a gift. You have a gift, and I'm thinking to myself, what kind of gift is that? Like, when you get this feeling, and when you get that feeling, a couple days later, a few days later, there's a shooting. What does that even mean? What kind of gift is that? Um, I don't know, because when you can't do anything about something, when you know something's gonna happen, um, and you can't do anything about it, that makes you feel even worse. You know, that makes you feel like, why, like why do I feel that? Why am I feeling that? Does anybody else feel that? Um, and it's so hard because, like I said, you see it and it's like, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, I've got a lot of different theories about what it could be. Um, I know, I know I am an empath, and I do feel things, but we won't get into that because there's a lot I could talk about when it comes to that. Um, but I feel like what I really feel like is going on um, is all of us humans. Um, we all we all have these gifts. Mother's intuition. You think about somebody, they call, stuff like that. But I think it could be something that's inside all of us that's kind of been there, and it's always been there. And we've kind of lost, you know, lost what it is and lost, the ancient people knew about it. Native Americans knew about it. Um, but, it's something that, we've always had. And for some reason along the way to where we are now, um, we've kind of, you know, forgot about it. And there's people out there that, have these gifts, if you want to call them gifts. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are full of shit too, that are just kind of, reading people and all of that other stuff, and just kind of trying to make money off of it. And one thing I do believe 100% is if you do really have these gifts and are capable of, seeing things and like talking to dead people, you're not going to charge people for that because, I mean, yeah, sure, you got to make money, but still, if 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 I'm able to speak, you know, to help somebody, then why would I want to, charge them for that? If that makes them feel better, why would I want, but that's another story. That's another, um, but, I just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on up here and here. I don't know. Like I said, am I crazy? I don't know. Is it crazy? Yeah, it really is. Um, so that's my problem in a nutshell. If it's a problem, I don't know. But I know I feel these things, then it happens. Um, like I said, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating, especially when you really can't talk to anybody about it because, you know, of the, you know, of the subject. It's like, well, I get these feelings, and then somebody goes out killing people. It's kind of like, I was telling somebody, it's like one of those movies where somebody has a dream about a serial killer, and he's out there, and the person sees through the serial killer's eyes, and that person sees, you know, that person out there killing people, and then they wake up and they're like, oh my gosh, and then they see the, headline, serial killer strikes again, and they're like, well, I seen that. Now I don't see it, I just feel it, but it's kind of like that, you know, and like I said, it's difficult, among other things. It's not the only thing I deal with, but that's kind of the biggest, craziest thing, I guess you could say, when it comes to these gifts, if you want to call them gifts, whatever. I like to, a few years ago, I thought about it and thinking about, like, well, what should I call it? I don't want to be, you know, I don't like the word psychic because you tell people you're psychic, they, want the lottery numbers or something, but, you know, gifted, I don't know. So I just figured I'd be like, Stephen King and call it The Shining, like I shine. Some people's flashlight ain't as bright as everybody else's, but, you know. So anyway, that's that. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it is. I just know it happens. So anyway, just figured I'd get that off my chest. Trying not to be crazy. God bless. Namaste. Wear your mask.